Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nilesh, sir. Very much eye-opening seminar. Thank you, hi, sir. Okay, okay, fine. Thank you. Fine. Now I'm just opening you. You can ask your questions now. Participants. So kindly raise hand. You can ask your question. After that, others can ask. Okay. Okay. So, I mean, sorry, raise hands with like there is an option inside Zoom. You can raise hands. Okay, fine. Yes, Mr. Praveen.
Sir, hello. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good, sir.
I attended your web workshop a couple of weeks back, and it was great. And this one is even greater than that. Thank you
Sir.
for the invitation.
Thank you.
Basically, I'm from Coimbatore, as you know, as you have remembered. I was basically looking into the safety matches. I was just doing some research on it. Now, out of the blue, one of my friend from a well-developed country, UK, he called me about. He wanted some. I mean, he's going to deal with coffee cups, pepper cups.
Okay.
All right. So basically, I studied there, and he's still there in the UK. So he's a very reliable guy. So whom I can depend on. The lead is coming to me just like that.
Okay.
And basically, I was working on this recently, and I found a few manufacturers in Coimbatore. I spoke to them. I was trying to visit their premises, but some people, they were saying that because partially it is true, because the paper cups are banned here. Then I asked, how do other exporters do? For example, one manufacturer exporter, he is exporting container loads of paper cups every month to European countries. How does he do? He says he's a very big manufacturer, exporter. Only in Tamil Nadu it's being banned, and all kinds of things. So I was really worried whether what is going on in the market. Have you got any idea about the paper cups at the moment, sir?
Okay, so actually, I tell you one more thing. Like I'll open the DGFT site where you can definitely try by yourself. I'll just show you. Sir, one more thing I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like if basically DGFT is coming on restrictions, it will not restrict only Tamil Nadu alone, because they have not done any sins actually. So it will be banned across India only. They cannot ban for only Tamil Nadu or something like that. So if they ban, they will ban. Otherwise, there is something called restriction. It might be a restricted product, something like that, sir. Okay, say for example in DGFT. Okay, so for example here, if I am writing. Okay, so for example, if I go here, so you can see here, like, what is the exports that is done in 2012, what is the export, what is the import, and also you can see here how the export policy, the policy details. So go here and export. Okay, so whichever is your, there is a lot of chapters actually you can see here. Okay, so for example, pharma or organic chemicals, I'm going. Okay. So if I'm chapter wise, actually, whether the ban is there or not, it is basically mentioned here. Or some restriction is there. So look at this here: restricted or prohibited, as about depending upon whether the country is signatory of Montreal Protocol or not. Saturated. So this particular restricted or prohibited. So others are free. These are all free actually. So look at this. This is export permitted under license. License means, like, say for example, for some products, if it is restricted. So there are three categories. One is freely exportable. Second is restricted products. Third is prohibited. Say for example, shark fins. Shark fins is basically, earlier what they used to do is they used to hunt the sharks only for the fins. They kill the sharks so because of the exploiting the nature, what they basically do is they prohibit it. Okay. Some products are like heroin, cocaine. So this kind of drugs basically are prohibited. So some products are, if the government feels like it's a kind of an exploitation, or if it is exported too much, then it will not be available for India. For example, wheat exports. They suddenly came with the ban of wheat exports. Why? Otherwise, it will not be available to the local market, and the people will suffer for that actually. So the government basically, they keep on coming and checking the things actually, and they put basically either prohibition or restriction. Prohibition means it is prohibited. You cannot do anything. Restricted means you can approach DGFT. You can tell the reasons, and then you can get the license. So like this, exporter under license permit. There are some DGFT consultants there. So they basically take it. So you need to check actually with your own HS code whether it is basically restricted. If it is not restricted, if no restriction is given, it is not restricted actually. So people are not saying properly. So look at this, so many prohibitions, so many restrictions. Okay, but still, what happens, like some products, I tell you, like actually one product, I think I might have told. So one product where we wanted to, the trader wanted to import copra from Indonesia. Okay, copra means like what is inside that coconut.
Okay.
Right, copra tenga. So we call copra coconut.
Tenga.
Right, so that he want to import from Indonesia, and some company based out of Kerala, they are importing it actually. So when I spoke to that CHA, he told me, sir, actually you cannot just like that import. Traders first of all cannot import only. So it has to be imported only by the manufacturers. It has to be processed, and this has to be re-exported. It cannot be used locally. So these kind of restrictions will be there for some products. Okay. So when you check this kind of data, you will first of all you will understand. So DGFT, put your HS code. So you'll get whether some restrictions are there or not. So, but definitely, it will not be restricted for Tamil Nadu port or something like that. So if it is restricted throughout India, or prohibited throughout India.
One more question, sir. Yeah. Sir, I have been watching your videos of late, and you all always mentioned that going for GST, IEC course in the beginning is not a real groundwork or anything like that. Those are the things which need to be done at the end after doing it.
Correct.
Yeah. But while we start doing the groundwork, for example, if I'm going to a manufacturer exporter, he is doing container loads of products to other countries. And when we go, of course, we can introduce ourselves. We are new. We are jumping into this business, and we are going to do that and all those things. We need a business card. We need a GST number and all those things. So how we are going to sort it, but how he is going to consider us? You have mentioned in this video itself, like. They have other duties as well. They have lots of commitments. They invite traders, but just a small inhibition out of me, like how to handle all these situations.
Okay. Yeah. Got your point. So I tell you, sir. Actually, one thing that that brought me so many things in life is that when you want to touch somebody's mind, always start from stomach. This is what I tell. Even this appears to be very humorous, but actually it worked for me a lot. Actually, this I have learned from my previous organizations. So whenever you're going for a very big company, go with your card, your business card, beautifully designed business card. Number one, professional design. Second thing is that develop some website. Okay, develop some website at cheaper cost, kind of a brochure website or static website, some very normal website, not like an e-commerce website and also, but actually like one page website is also enough for you. Okay, so point number two. After this, you go there. So third, actually, you always go and invite them for some lunch, or go with, say, for example, if you are from Coimbatore, whatever that is famous in Coimbatore, some sweets. Go with some sweets actually with them. Go initial, just present it to them. So nobody in this world who do not. I mean, there is no one who do not like gifts. Everybody like gifts. Okay, so you are going to take their time. So you are giving. For taking the time, you are giving that back. It is actually kind of a win-win situation. So the relationship also develops. So as a matter of this, I have followed with so many people, and it always works very beautifully. Okay, so it is possible. So you need not to have the GST, PAN, IEC, and all, etc. You can always go like, sir, I'm a trader. I'm a local trader. I've been doing a lot. So now actually I'm getting some leads from my UK-based friend. So after this only, I need to apply for all this IEC, etc. And I tell you one fact. So there is no need for any manufacturer to ask for IEC. Why they are asking for IEC is that to tap your clients, as simple as that. Even if they ask for IEC means they want to tap your clients. Simple. Because how to tap the clients? IEC, go to the customs data, put your IEC number, search for it, where you are exporting, they will basically tell, and they will take the data, they will say like whatever he is supplying, I can give you 20% lesser. And they directly develop the relationship. So when the moment they are asking IEC means they want to tap your clients. As simple as that. So you need to be very careful with them.
Okay, sir. But I heard like when we are going to give the bill of lading or something like that, that they can tap our, the customer details and all those
Your
things.
name is enough, sir. Your name, I tell you, like, I have seen, like, I've seen a fraudulent company. with just one card, one visiting card, they have done crores of frauds. I tell you, like, say, for example, I am having a lot of expertise in this customs field, like every segment. If you tell the name of your company, that is more than enough for me to tell the astrology of your own whole company, yourself, everything. Your name is enough, more than enough. So that is why I basically maintain few companies actually. So which I show few companies outside, few companies I don't show outside because I'm known publicly. So that's why actually I maintain few companies outside, few companies I don't mention. So even say I'll tell you one trick since you asked this question. Maintain two companies. One company you use for exports. One company you use for domestic procurement. You procure the goods from the manufacturing company through the domestic company, which you are using for domestic company. That company need to bill to the export company. Both are your company only. So, but actually legally it is possible. It is 101% okay. It's 100% okay. So you put 100,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees margin and pass on to the exporting company. From there you do export so that he will not be able to tap things.
Yes, that's brilliant, sir. And you were talking about the GST. We can't put GST bill to our customers overseas. But how are we going to claim the GST which is being billed to us by the manufacturer, sir?
So you can claim it no, because under 6A they basically file. Your auditor will basically file under 6A. With your shipping bill details that it is being exported, you will get the 100% refund.
Oh, it's 100% for any products,
and that too in the current account number. Yeah. That is why I tell you the current account number is so important. You cannot touch the current account or play around with the current account number.
It should be a single account number.
Yes, single account number always. It's better. 4-5 account numbers also possible for some manufacturing companies. They do, but they include every current account number in every like in IEC also they take permission and then they include, and in the AD code also they include. So if you are increasing the current account numbers also, it can be done. It can be done, but it has to be like in everywhere. Like so in the whole supply chain it should be there.
And the freight costs, I've been trying to find online because I haven't gone and seen anybody in person, but it's all a bit confusing. And one of the site like the KHN, some German freight forward. Yes. They have given me a quote, approximate quote from Cochin port to the London port and all those things. But in the reality, what do you think, sir? Will it be far lesser than the online quote, what they give, or will it be higher than that?
See, actually, most of the time I tell you, say even there is like broker, like sub-broker websites like Kogo Port and all, COGO, Kogo Port.
Okay.
So always I found that their rates are far higher.
Okay.
30% higher.
Always. Okay.
Always I found.
So
the online quote is meant for whom? The online quote is meant for some retail people like you. So they want to mint more money from you. That's it. So that's why actually they are using this kind of thing.
In one of your videos, sir, you have mentioned like it'll be like around 1.5 lakhs approximately to African countries. Will it be more than that or double than that to the
depends, sir. Purely depends actually from place to place. For USA, it may be 2 lakhs higher, 2.5 lakhs higher. So always I found like general average more than 30% higher than the market rate. Yes.
Okay, I think I will be learning about this when I become your full-time student.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, fine, sir. Next, Mr. Dr. Tanveer. Yes.
Sir, good afternoon, and I'm very happy to join your class today.
Thank you, sir.
My very question is that you told don't give home address in GST application.
Yes.
Give virtual address. So what are the demerits of giving house address? Because we don't have offices and all, and I've applied 1 week ago giving my home address. So what shall I do now?
Sir, actually, I tell you the demerits only. I have seen personally 2 cases. One happened to my own student. One is actually an industry expert. So when I visited them, so at that time, the EB person, the commercial EB person, they basically in Mufti, they go around and see like in which are all the places where the home is basically used as a company. Even nobody like, even if nobody watches you, the neighbor, they will inform. This is the kind of environment we are living in, right? So what happens is that the EB, when they come, So they will basically see like from which date you have started this business, and from that date until the date of finding, they will leave it for 3-4 months. They will not disturb you. They basically come and see and then go. Okay, so but first of all, how they come and go, like how it is house only, so how they basically know come to know that as per GST provision, as even there is a notification that you need to stick on your the company name, GST number on the place of operation. So, for example, if it is home means you need to paste that GST in front of your like door. So this will give them enough evidence for them. This will say, for example, GST also nowadays. Earlier there were a lot of GST frauds happened because nowadays they basically come to your home and they basically check it and then they will take one photo and all, they will go. Okay, so you need to always stick it. Okay, so you cannot remove it. And when the EB person, commercial EB person finds that, so they basically find from the day where you started until the day basically, they are finding it. But definitely they will not find it tomorrow itself or something like that. They will give lot of time for you to make all the business operation. You will think like nothing is happening, but suddenly they will come and float like penalty charges. So you need to pay 50,000 rupees, something like that. So that's why actually I tell, like, instead of going for those kind of difficulties, so you can even ask your auditor also. Sometimes the auditors also, they might have offices. They will be accepting it because in the same company, 5 offices can also be maintained, right? So the auditor you can talk to them like, sir, I'll give you 5,000 rupees. Okay, so let my company's name board be here. So that is completely legal. Okay, legal. So that also you can use.
Sir, now I've already given my home address and my GST position. So what shall I do now?
So better. So is it your own house?
Yes, sir. Yes, this is my own.
Can you partition one particular like office salon, like in one particular place? You can have some office at
terrace. I've got a room above my first ground floor. I've got
enough. That you can use it. And you should not have any commercial current also you can apply. I mean, that is going to be a deposit only, 6,000 rupees. So that will solve your problem completely. Okay, that room is enough for you. So you show that room only. Even the GST officers also come. You show that room, paste your GST number, etc. So you tell them like, I'll paste the GST number here only. So this is what I maintain. In the morning only I work, in the evening I don't work. So even the current is not used. Something like that also you can do, or else you can apply for the commercial current for that particular room alone. So they will have a separate
basically line. I'm a medical doctor, so
okay.
Can it be applied? Can they give me a benefit according to this medical field and all?
Sir, actually, a medical doctor can also do exports, or other commercial business can be done. So definitely, you will not have any problem. You will not definitely have any problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, most welcome. Yes, sir. Next question, Mr. Sagadevan. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hi, sir. Very good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I'm completely new to this concept. So the thing is, if I'm being a trader, I'm going to buy one product to the some manufacturer. So how the packings and everything will happen? Straight away they will forward it to cargo or post, or I need to do the packing. And as per the process, how the payment will be done. So initially I need to pay certain percentage. After I got the payment, I can pay completely to the manufacturer, or how it works as per the process.
See, you have asked 2 questions. One is that I think packaging, right? So how do I do packaging? Whether I should do or give it to the forwarders. And second is that like the payments basically. So I tell you, like the packaging, most of the time it is cost effective for you to do the packaging at the supplier's end itself. The reason why is that, say for example, if you are doing exports, the buyer definitely will ask for some label. His name should be mentioned like this. He will give you some design. Okay, if he will give you some design, and he will definitely ask that particular design to be imprinted on the carton boxes or PP bags or whatever the packing material. So you need to basically go and approach a packaging company, and from there you need to do all this work. Okay, and that basically has to be shipped to or transported to the supplier end, and the supplier basically will do the packaging inside that actually. Or otherwise, it becomes so difficult for you. Say, for example, if you want to maintain so much of secrecy, Okay, say for example, this label is there. If the supplier sees this, he will get to know like who is basically the, like from the moment by seeing the label and all, he will get to know like who is the actual buyer and all. So in order to maintain the secrecy, then you need to have your own warehouse, or there are warehouses also, separate warehouses also. Okay, that is, so those warehouses you can use. Actually, they will charge you for square feet, like per square feet 100 rupees or 80 rupees for so many hours, like 2 hours, or per square feet per hour basis where they will charge you. Okay, so there also you can ask your supplier to give the goods to that particular warehouse, and you can also take your packaging to there, and there only laborers will be there, and the laborers basically will see and then do the repacking. Or if you want to maintain still more secrecy, then you need to have your own warehouse, and you need to have your own employees and do the packing. These are the three methods, and most of the time, basically, what happens? So the packaging basically is given to the suppliers only, and the suppliers will do the packing. Because after packing, what happens? It directly goes to CFS. In terms of ocean shipment, it goes to CFS, and free CFS it will go to the port. Or if it is air cargo, it directly goes from the supplier location to the airport. Actually, so there is no option of doing any packaging in anywhere. Okay, sometimes some CFS will have the option of doing the warehousing, etc., but not most of the time. No. Okay, either you need to have a separate warehouse only for doing all your packing or the supplier location. Okay, so there is no provision of freight forwarder can do. He will basically take some warehouse and rent, and then they will charge you. Okay, if you are ready to, if you are having huge margins, if you are exporting to US, UK, some kind of market, when you are having huge margins, you can afford to have your own warehouse per square feet basis. They will charge. So this is possible. Okay, so when it comes to payment, it purely depends upon like how you are negotiating with your manufacturer. Okay, for payment, and your buyer, how you are. Say for example, some people negotiate 10% advance, 20% advance, 30% advance. I've seen up to 65% advance also, or sometimes LC. So when it is under LC, then it is completely, you need to invest your money. The supplier will not invest, nobody will invest. You need to invest. So these terms depend upon between you, depending upon that is called payment terms like DP, DA, or credit terms, LC, advance. So advance also sometimes part advance they will give, like 20% part advance they will give, some 80% after the shipment is over. That these terms are, they depend upon like how you are negotiating with your manufacturer and your buyer.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Next, Mr. Suresh, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
I have another small doubt.
Sir, after this is over, so I will definitely come back to you. Okay. Yes. Suresh, sir. Yes. You can open. I think there is a option for unmuting it. You can unmute it, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
I want to ask three questions. One question is how we can find the buyer like Taiwan and Singapore market agro commodities. That can be found in the trade map. Also, we can find the buyer. And
in trade map, actually, you cannot find the buyers just like that. But there are some self-registered. I mean, there are some buyers who registered themselves. Okay, you cannot call them buyers, but some people might have registered by themselves. Okay, so trade map is actually for data only, purely for data. 99% is purely data.
So how can
for buyers you need to go only for there are three options: either trade fair or meet them directly. Our third thing is do digital marketing. Like through B2B websites is the lowest form of digital marketing that you can opt for. So that is why actually I've shown you Alibaba.com, IndiaMart.com. So where you need to list it, you need to pay them money for bringing your listing up. And whenever the buyer is saying, so you will also get that that message. And when you quoting it, and when your quote is found to be favorable by the buyer, so he will basically get conversion. And second thing is that you cannot restrict yourself to no. I'll need only to like if you are going for B2B sites and all, you cannot restrict like Taiwan, Singapore only I want. You cannot restrict. It can come from any place actually. You can filter by yourself at your end. You can filter, do the filtration. But otherwise, that the trade fair is an option. But trade fair I don't recommend at all. The reason is that you will not have any idea about the product in the initial stages, and the buyers will ask so many questions, and the trade fairs will not be fruitful. most of the time it won't be fruitful. Okay, for small companies, when you are just starting out, it won't happen. Okay.
Second question.
Yeah.
I have experience, as you told, now the commission agent who I send one container in Dubai, so I not get payment, so I already lost the money. So
okay. How much, sir, you lost?
I mixed vegetable almost around 10 lakh rupees something.
10 lakh rupees. So actually for everyone, so I just told you, here is another case study. So that's why I keep on telling actually, because so many people I have seen. Sorry, sir, sorry to first of all hear just like this actually. So many people actually, I have seen so many people. Really. So they have lost 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs, 15 lakhs. This is the range they cheat. Crores, up to crores also.
So I after that I review so many. So in the Dubai market, 80% business is only credit is just doing credit based, doing agro-commodity.
Okay.
So there is another option. I thought we can register our license, get a license in Dubai, and we can like export and import also we can do, and we can sell there. Is possible?
Possible, sir. See, 101% possible. What you need to do is that you need to basically have a tie-up with the agent there, shop who is having the shop in the Allaveri market. If it is a vegetables only, go to Allaveri market. There are a lot of shops will be there. Okay, so there you can get, and majorly dominated by Bengalis only. Bengalis means the Bangladeshis. So you need to have a tie-up with somebody over there, and you tell them like, I need to park my vehicle here. Okay, so I need to park my vehicle here. So they will ask for every day some 200 dirhams. They will ask 200, 150, 100 to 200 dirhams depending upon your product. So especially when it is reefer content, 250 dirhams they will charge. Okay, because the current has to be given. So you can stand there itself. You can stand there itself, or you can allocate. You can allocate the sales. The responsibility to sell to the agent. And you can stand nearby to him. You can stand nearby to him. Okay, in that scenario, like, the passers-by will come and go. So they will basically take it, and then you tell them like, sir, I'm giving only on the cash and carry. So, but I tell you, like, the fact is that if you are taking one full container load, 40% can be sold with the cash and carry. But 60% you need to basically give some credit, or if you have your some supermarket tie-ups and all, you can do. Or some
60%.
60% you need to basically either give it to the same Bengali guy, or otherwise he will basically take some time to sell it, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. So after that finishing it, you can come back, or otherwise you can have a very good supermarket tie-up actually. Okay, some supermarket tie-up, the tie-up also, for example, Lulu market and all, you should not go for some European based supermarkets. They basically pay you based upon the per month agreement rate. So for example, they will not fix based on the market rate, everyday market rate. So they basically fix based on per month market rate. So your margins will be thin, but actually that is a consistent margin. 40% will be like, your profit goes here, below or above actually. So you will be overall profitable if you want to sell by yourself. But actually opening your own company and all, again, is not at all advisable, because it will cost you minimum 10 lakh rupees in the first year. Because opening the company itself 5-6 lakhs, and then you need to take the license from the food department, and then you need to also take the permission for the imports actually under that name. So it will take about 5-6 lakhs minimum, and then the minimum rental, any office, so even small virtual office rental also, it will cost you about 30-40,000. Like if you are in Dubai, so it will definitely cost you minimum 20,000 at least per month. So 2.5 lakhs is gone per year. And you need to pay some taxes, and for renewal purpose, like every year the license has to be renewed, food license and all. Food license, your company license, everything has to be renewed every year. So 10 lakhs minimum, you need to just have it. Otherwise, go for a tie-up with some Bengalis over there, and you need to stand there itself. So in that scenario, it is possible. In that scenario, it is possible.
We can make license and tie up also. That is benefit or no benefit? Like 30,
no, if you make license, no benefit. If you make license, then there is no need for other tie-ups actually. So say I tell you, like another is like, say for example, there you can find lot of the salesmen. Okay, those people who are standing near the containers, those people are salespeople. So they basically get paid only 50,000 per month, 60,000 per month. So you can negotiate with them. I'll give you 65,000. I'll give you 70,000. Okay, so you basically you do all the work. I'll stand near you. You need to also stand near them. So to understand like how they are doing. Otherwise, he will also do a lot of things to you. Okay, so that scenario, yes, you the salesperson will know like who is the fraudulent shopkeeper, who is good, who is better. All the things he will basically know. So you need to appoint. So you need to appoint such kind of people. So that will avoid a lot of your problems. But that is a cost for you. Okay, that is if in case if you are opening with your own license. Okay, got the point?
Okay, another sir question. There is already we contain one cent, so there is a duty drawback is 5%. So already the content already we already sent. So that duty drawback can we receive or we can get or not? Because still I not apply for that.
No, see the duty drawback. I tell you, like while you file the shipping bill, the customs broker, while filing the shipping bill itself, he will basically he need to tick it. He need to basically apply for the duty drawback, road tab and all. Some people they don't apply. Okay, that is called free bill. So some people they basically apply. So when they basically take it, then they basically it will come automatically. You need not to apply. Only road tab you need to apply. So here actually you need not to do anything. It will come to you automatically in your current account, whichever you have given.
Okay. But not receive, so they not apply. I think this fight.
It won't come, sir. It won't come after this. But if it is the amount is so huge, then you need to go for case, legal fire, customs case. Because you know sometimes what happens like there are so many cases it happen like sometimes it so happens like you know if you are if your custom broker it is wrong with the custom broker. So in that scenario like you can there's I mean so many cases happen. It was favorable to the exporter only that it was not applied mistakenly because of his mistake. I cannot lose money, something like that. You can have a case and there are so many courts. Cases means it like landmark cases already over. So now it will come in your favor immediately. Okay, so
how we can apply this case? How we can apply this?
So there will be advocates. There will be some advocates specific to customs practices.
Okay.
You need to find them in that particular area. Sometimes the custom broker they themselves will help you. So otherwise, everyone won't practice. They are also BL only. Bachelor of Law. So, but it's not everyone will practice the customs basically. Okay. So you need to basically find one advocate who basically is the expert in customs.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So next is Mansoor Ali, Mr. Mansoor Ali.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah, I'm able to hear you.
Yeah. Sir, actually, I'm in Kuwait. For the job purpose, I came here as a developer and as well as digital marketer.
Okay.
And here actually, the papers and the cotton boxes are very so much waste are here. So some of the companies are exporting from here to India and so many places. So actually, I want to know how these cotton boxes can export from here to India. Or do I want to open a company in India for export and import to buy the cotton boxes from Kuwait?
See, better what I can say is that there might be some already importers will be there. Okay, in Kuwait, definitely they will give the licenses for some rent. Okay, that's kind of a famous practice. So they will give, for example, if you are going to do one imports, they will ask you, say, for example, they give me this much money. Maybe 5,000, 10,000, something there will be negotiation. So instead of applying for it, all those things, taking all the headaches and all, so you go and pay them 10,000 rupees. That is enough. Got the point?
Sorry, I didn't get the point.
So instead of you going for your own license, okay. So instead of going
in India.
No, in Kuwait, I'm saying in Kuwait.
In Kuwait, okay.
Okay, so in Kuwait, so there will be some importers already.
Okay.
So you approach them, and in India you can take the license because in India it is easier and like it is less costlier.
Actually, I want to import to India from Kuwait.
Acha, okay. So then you can take IEC, same IEC code only is used for imports also, exports also. IEC you need to apply, the GST you need to apply for imports to India.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Next, Mr. Guru Prasanna. Yes.
Yeah, hello, sir. Good afternoon. My
Good
name is
afternoon.
Guru Prasanna. I'm from
Yes,
Bangalore.
yes, sir.
I just started the documentation part. I want to get into exports of spices, basically red chili and then turmeric, whole
Okay,
and then powder both.
okay,
So my question is, I don't have a facility and I don't want to get into the process of manufacturing. I
okay,
want to be a sourcing agent or export agent or merchandising agent.
okay.
So my question is, do we need to have a FSI certificate if somebody wants to become an export agent?
Sir, actually, I tell you, the FSSAI license, first of all, is not required in most of the cases. For most of the exports, it is not required. There are some cases, say, for example, I have personally faced like when we were trying to export millets, at the time the FSSAI was asked. Okay, fine. Now, I'm coming to the point now. So now, if you want to become a sourcing agent, like in what model you want to work? Say, for example, you want to work with in close association with manufacturers. Okay, in that scenario, you don't require anything because you are doing only marketing. Okay, and your name will be anyways under third party exports. You can do your name will be mentioned in all the documents that can be done, and the manufacturers you can do the like the manufacturer will do the export under his license. Obviously, he will have all the licenses, and he will receive the amount, and you can take the check in advance, some commission check in advance. So this is the easiest model in sourcing, etc. Okay, so you basically do not require any FSSAI license because you are not exporting yourself. In case if you are exporting yourself, then you are not a export sourcing agent. You are an exporter.
Okay. See, what I'm trying to do is, I know a couple of manufacturers. They are into manufacturers of chili powder, and they're already exporting some other countries also.
Okay.
So I thought I'll just approach them with inquiry, whatever I'll have. In fact, I have some inquiries on that from Hong Kong, Nepal, and other places. So I will approach them and tell them, "See, I've got these many orders of exports, and will you be able to supply?" So in such situation, what is my role and what could be his role in terms of export documentation?
See, export documentation, you are actually, I suggest that you do export documentation. That should be your strength. You should be coordinator of export. If everything you are giving to somebody else, then actually, generally, sourcing agent, they will do export, whether it is import, whether it is export. The documentation portion will be handled by them completely because then only you will have the control. Otherwise, you need to depend on somebody else. So if you are the sourcing agent, if you are an agent, if you are a broker means you should know the process plus marketing. You should be involved. Only thing is that the broker means you will not invest your money. So otherwise, you need to involve in all the process. Even say, for example, you cannot connect one party to another party. So everything should be like through proper channel. It should through you only. Through you only. So in that scenario, you should know the documentation. You should only coordinate the documentation, whether you are doing exports or whether you are doing imports.
Okay, if I've understood correctly, I'll just repeat. There, you said two parts. One is you can be a sourcing agent, where you will be outside the, in the background, and the person who does the manufacturing process, he will do all the documentation for exports, and you take your commission cut, whatever it's agreed between the manufacturer and you. So you're totally out of the export ambiguity. Is that correct?
Correct. You are basically a sourcing agent only. You are not an exporter. So in that scenario, you will basically involve in yourself in documentation. You will involve in documentation because that coordination portion is there. You will involve with the manufacturer who is the supplier actually, but it will not be exported under your own license. That's it.
Okay.
As simple as that.
Okay. So that is about the sourcing agent. So if I'm taking goods from him and exporting on my, if I'm exporting directly, then
you are an exporter.
Yes. Okay. In that situation, this FSSAI certificate and RCMC, all these documents.
Yes. And see, again, I tell you, like the FSSAI is not required for all the agro commodities, but still you can take central license. They take both state and central license. Okay, FSSAI state and central license. It is not required in most of the cases, but in some cases it is required only. Yes. So take central license.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and you need to tell them FSSAI agent for export purpose. They will apply.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Actually, next is actually Mr. Bismil PK. Not getting a hand raise option. I have a question. Please, you can go ask.
Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
So good afternoon. This is Bismil from Unified Business Solutions.
Yes, sir.
Actually, we are doing export of coconut to Dubai.
Okay.
Actually, this is the one reason to join here session that you are saying that Dubai market is not stable and it is so fluctuating. So what are the other things we have to take care with?
So actually, not only Dubai market, say for example, when I talk about Dubai, because why I'm talking about Dubai is that some people are projecting like, Dubai is very safe haven and all. I don't want some people who do not know about export-import business just fall into the prey. That's why I'm talking about that. Even Singapore, Malaysia, all these Sri Lankan markets, now you just see, even they do not have the required US dollars also, to send it. So all these markets are basically having a lot of issues actually, especially when it comes to agro commodities. The same Dubai market only, Chinese guys are exporting. 95% of the people are exporting under proper payment. 95% people, Chinese guys. 95% of the people get advance to do because garlic is the major item there. They are doing exports because Indian garlic is very one is small actually. It is very difficult to peel. So that is very easy to peel. Ginger. So very easily, the thickness is very small. That is what basically most of the people prefer. So they are exporting with and also certain other items are also there. So they are exporting with 95%. It's Indian people. They basically they have done all these things actually. So agro product there is a problem. Like garments also there is a problem. So I highly recommend if at all you want to do Middle East market, Qatar is somewhat better. Okay, Qatar is somewhat better, but again, the payment should be within the same week. They will not definitely give you advance payment at all. So I tell you, straight to the point. Agro commodities means no advance. No market will give you advance.
Yeah.
In another term, somebody was also asking, like you can be a buyer. So instead of you are sending to somebody, you cannot believe somebody, man. I'm sorry for that. So you cannot believe somebody. So this is the problem today, sir. This is a problem. So you can become a buyer because if you believe that I can be a buyer, then you can become a buyer over there. So there, which is much safer. And I think you are based out of Kerala.
Yeah. Yes. Sir.
Okay. So a lot of Keralites are there. You can go there. So you'll see lot of models. I tell you, I'm surprised by seeing this model. So there are six to seven different layers of parties. One is the container importer, another one is a very big shopper, and another one is actually the one who is maintaining some small place actually. Okay, so they in front of the shop they will have some small shop they will have, and below that actually there will be some people who are selling actually in the platform in the platform actually. So they will sell like 50 kgs, 20 kgs, something like that. And below that, actually, those people who are selling that damaged products, they are ready to collect this. Once 5 layers in the same market, and all are getting the sales. I'm really surprised. You go there, you can see actually all these things are happening. So a lot of Keralites are also there, and most of the Keralites, 90% of the Keralites, they don't import directly. They basically be a shopper because the shopper always makes money. They will have a shop, and one shop basically is divided into 4 or 5 people share the shop actually because the shop rent is so high actually. So have a tie-up with them. So that is the only option for you, and you stand there because so many people are ready to export today. So you stand there. You need to stand there. Okay. So and you can ask any of the companies to give you visa. Okay. So they will give you some sales manager visa. Some visa you can get for 2 years or 2 years. I think you can comfortably you can get at very less cost, below 1 lakh rupees. So instead of depending on somebody else, you can go there and you can sell by yourself. If at all if you focus on the Dubai market, otherwise there are so many things like scrap is there. Scrap is there. You can bring from Dubai. You can take it to Dubai. The other products are also there. No? Sorry.
From coconut, we are getting from Pollachi to Dubai. Actually, the party is good. Commission agent is good. Of course, I mean the credit is there, but the fluctuations, everything. Sometimes we are getting loss. Sometimes we are getting huge profit like that. It is average, but the party is good. Within 40 to 45 days, we are getting back our amount. But the party is good. As you said that we have to go there and to explore. That's
Correct.
right.
Correct. So if you go there, then the party is good. If the party is making money, you can also make money. No? So in Dubai, better to be a buyer than an exporter. That's it. Okay. So next, actually, Mr. Gautam Kriplan, he is asked a question. I want to ask one thing there. Are there any products for which we can get full advance? Yes, there are thousands of products where you can get advance. Say, for example, the same product, if you are exporting to Dubai, so it depends upon the market. It is not depend upon the product itself, actually. So market, say, for example, if you are exporting to USA means that standard has to be maintained. And the supplier also very, very limited suppliers will be there. You need to convince them to take the supply. Okay, so it is depending upon the market. The advances are every advances is depending upon the market, not on the product. There are so many products actually are there. Okay, fine, guys. So actually, with this, actually, I'm closing the question answer session. I have to export without much stress. Which are the best products to export without much stress? I cannot classify just like that. But having said that, so today, I mean, India is known for some agro commodities. You can look for processed agro, something. Say for example, mango pulp, better quality mango pulp. It's like mango pulp is exported mostly to Netherlands. Very good market. More than 1,300 crore worth of mango pulp is being exported. So you need to find those like jerkins. You can follow my Instagram. I keep posting so many psyllium. So many products are there that you need. All these products I found only through TradeMap, and then I do a little bit of research actually, which I've shown. So you can definitely find products, but I would not say like without much stress and all, because the stress will come where I tell you where the stress will come. One is actually even not even convincing the buyer. If you are going for advanced markets, now convincing the buyer is not a big problem. So only thing is that forwarding you will face a lot of problems. So there only all your stress will come actually, that you have to anyways manage. Can I find the restriction about the commodities? There itself it is there. No, so in DGFT, go there in the front page itself it is there. It is given. No, so in DGFT. DGFT may like in the home page itself it is there. Right. So here itself it is there. So here. Okay, here you put your whatever the HS code. So you put and keep discovering. Go to the export policy and see. Okay. So now actually I just wanted to present. See,